Spontaneous Facebook Live. I'm having fun with this tool. I hope you enjoy it too. So I got this impulse to speak to you about something that came into my awareness earlier today, which is, oh my gosh, I spent such a long time asking the wrong question. So particularly around the holidays, when I would get triggered, I would hear in my mind myself asking this series of questions that are so unhelpful, like, what the heck is their problem? And why won't they ever la la la? And why do they always have to? And questions like, are they ever going to? It's all these negative questions to which the answer is never going to make me happy, because I'm thinking, when my mindset is in that question of why do they always do what I don't want, then what am I affirming? They always do what I don't want. And why do they always do what I don't want? Can you see how unhelpful it is to be affirming they always do what I don't want? Just not helpful to us. So let's start asking some really helpful questions. So I turned it around, and this is something I've been doing for many, many years, but I've learned to turn it around and ask the helpful questions. So what are some helpful questions? Helpful question is, how can I be helpful in this moment? How can I be a loving presence in this moment? How can I take responsibility for what's going on and bring it to a higher expression of love? How can I be the fulcrum point for healing in this moment? What is the wisdom piece that will truly help me make a quantum leap in this moment? How can I open my heart and my mind more? You see, these kinds of questions are bringing in, they're welcoming this wealth of divine wisdom and intelligence to which we have access 24/7. It's always there for us. You know what I say is the higher Holy Spirit self, the mighty I Am presence, is always live streaming a perfect download for us. But just think, if we're asking the wrong question, like, why don't they ever do what I want? Are we even available for divine insight and wisdom? No, not so much, because we've already made up our mind about it. You see how that works? One of the things I've definitely learned about ego and spirit voices is when I'm judging, I've already made up my mind. And then I'm just not open to new possibilities. So this whole thing about walking the talk and living the love requires us to drop the judgments so that we can be available to the divine insight and guidance that's so helpful in each and every moment. When we're really willing to live a life of love, we recognize that the judgments block the flow of love. And it's so simple when we can start recognizing, wait a minute, is this question actually going to bring me a helpful answer, or have I already made up my mind, and is my question about gathering evidence to prove I'm right? Because what we see in the world is not something that's happening to us, it's happening by us. So what we see in the world, our interpretations, the meaning we make of it, our perceptions are our projections. So all of it's a projection of our belief system. When we change our beliefs, we do see things differently in the world. When we're asking a negative question like that, our mind is made up, therefore it is closed effectively in that moment. Not all the time, but just in that moment when we're asking that question. That's a victim's question. Victim's question is, why is this happening to me? And we can turn it around just by our energy. So one of the other questions I learned to ask that's really helpful is to say, I wonder why this is happening to me at this time. What can I learn from this? How can I expand more peace, more love, more joy in my life right now because of this experience, even though in this experience I might not like it, I might not being enjoying it, and I might feel frightened and worried and concerned and vulnerable. If I can move into that space of, I wonder what benefit this is to me, then you can see my mind is open to receiving the answer that there is a benefit. Because Course in Miracles tells us one of my favorite things, which is all things work together for good. There are no exceptions. So let's stand in that place of saying, it's true. It's all good. There are no exceptions. When I start making exceptions, when I start judging and having opinions, down the slippery slope I go. And next thing I know, I'm self-medicating. I'm feeling like a loser. It's never going to get any better. La, 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 la. Don't want to go there anymore. So, why is this happening to me? How is this for my good? That's a great question. So let's just close it out with there. Great question is, how is this for my good? Let me receive my good. I celebrate my good. Even if I can't see it right now, it's still there. And that's wonderful. Woohoo! Celebrating with the Holy Spirit every day. And I'm so happy to share with you. Thank God for this Facebook Live spontaneous thing. And thank God for the people on my team. God bless Michelle and Danny for urging me to do it. Mwah! I love you.